Hi there, it's Lou again, aka Pinay. For today's video, somebody requested on how does an HDB looks like here in Singapore and how much are the rental fees, etc. Thank you so much for your suggestion. I forgot your name, but I'm going to link it down below. Who suggested it, and I'm like thinking that's a very good suggestion for a video. So yes. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lou, aka Chinoy. I'm a Pinay, working and living here in Singapore. And yeah, I do a lot of Singapore related stuff about our family, about our life here. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. So let's begin. Okay, so this is what my home looks like. So this is already my gate. Yes. I'm going to turn on the thing. So okay. So this is my house. What you can see here is that is already the living room. So at the left side is my dining area. And all the baby strollers are here, and all the toy selections are there. And then what else? And on the right side, when I arrive, this is where we sit down, where we take out our shoes like that, and we spray alcohol because virus, right? And then if you can see, I have a lot of big paintings. I love paintings as long as I have enough white walls like that. So as you can see, my kids are very quiet right now because only weekends they are allowed on cartoons. So it's my baby. Yeah, so we got 2 sofas, and then we mount our TV there. Okay, then just to let you know guys, this HDB, it's called a 4-room flat because here in Singapore they count the living room. So this is a 3-bedroom, then plus the living room. So it's called a 4-room flat. So I'll show you what the first room looks like. So it's like this. So there's a lot of kind of setups of HDB here in Singapore. My setup is like this. When you go in, it's a very big area of living room. That's why I like it. They even have a very nice, what we call this, like a pillar. So that one is a Christmas decoration that we never take it out because it's really so pretty. Then it got a roll, got Chinese New Year decor. It's really so pretty, right? So let's go here at the first room. So this is what the first room looks like. Okay, there goes my friend. Okay, this is what you call my nanny's room. Okay, then that one is my visitor. That's why there's a lot of stuff there. It's a what do you call this? This is a queen size bed, and it's a double decker. So it got a single bed on top and a queen size bed on the bottom because the last time my friend was staying with us, but not anymore. So the bottom on the top we put all other stuff. You see, you can hear my friend. And then we have a lot of things, like, you know, things to be folded. So this is what a common room looks like here in Singapore. So all have our cabinets here. We need to maximize all the spaces here. It's just like HDB. Everything is one on top of the other. So it looks like this. And it's air conditioned. A common room meaning like it's a room without a toilet. Yeah. Okay, then we get out. You need the light on? Sorry. Yeah. And then we go to the second room. Okay, the second room is called the master's bedroom. We call it here in Singapore master's bedroom because this master's bedroom got a toilet. Okay, here in Singapore we call it toilet, not restroom. Okay, so queen size bed. The last time I have here my crib, but now my kids are all co-sleeping with us. So I have this wardrobe, of course fully aircon, and of course all our clothes are there. So we really need to maximize space. And then what else? So this is the what do you call this? The toilet area inside the master's bedroom. Yan. Okay. So this is what an HDB toilet area looks like. You can see really the physical pipes because it's sharing for the whole building. And then what else? So this is where I put on my makeup and stuff. So my dirty clothes, yan. And this is all I put my bags and what. So you can see it's kind of decluttered, but decluttered in a not so chaos way. And of course, here in Singapore, you need to maximize everything. So we got sliding doors for all our clothes. And then the mirror is already hidden inside. And then there goes all my bags. Yan. And then we bought this wardrobe closet recently. If you saw my IG stories, yeah, this is what we have. So still more clothes, and then yeah, for other clothes, baby clothes like that. And then this one, it's nice thing, I bought it in IKEA, so all the stuffed toys of my baby, we put it there. So I always buy a wardrobe or closets that got a space on top so that I can put some more stuff there to maximize the things. And then yeah, that big toy that we want, this. And yeah, that's about it for the master's bedroom. Okay, just to let you know, guys, for the master's bedroom here in Singapore, because if it's a 3-bedroom, okay, like especially guys, you are all renting. If ever you're a foreigner, you are renting the whole flat. This is the whole flat, right? If you're renting the whole flat with 3-bedroom, normally one is a master's bedroom with a toilet and then 2 common room, right? So how do you divide that? Is that 40%, 30%, 30%. For example, the whole flat is 3,000 Sing dollars. You separate it like that. So you see. So what else? Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. Then I'll show you the 3rd bedroom. So this is my 3rd bedroom. Honchi, banay mo si baby. Okay, this is kind of cluttered because it's the boys' room. My husband and my boy sleeps here. So if you notice, all my cabinets have this closet because we don't have a built-in cabinet. We need to buy one for each of the rooms. So it has 2 single beds, aircon as well, and yeah, this is what it looks like. Kind of decluttered, but it's a boys' room. So yeah, the windows already. Just to let you know, guys, the windows there, this is the walkway towards the neighbor's one. So not so good if you open it. So this is what it looks like. And then this is a storeroom. So normally for storeroom area, you can hear me. You can hear people talking. Okay. Okay, of course for the storeroom area, you put stuff, right? But you know what? Some people, they rent it out. It's empty and they rent it out. So it doesn't have any aircon, of course, and it's very, very small. So this is how it looks like. And then, okay, there goes my nanny going to cook dinner for us. And then, okay, okay, so this is my kitchen. There goes my nanny who's going to cook dinner for us. Yes. So our kitchen is quite big compared to a normal 4-room flat, which I like it. And what's our dinner at Rowena? Is that fried fish, okay? So that one is the Christmas tree that Ate Rowena haven't put yet inside the storeroom. So this is what it looks like. We don't have any drying of clothes because probably Ate Rowena already finished drying the clothes. So just to let you know, guys. So these are my kids, right? Watching Minnie Mouse, okay? So just to let you know, guys, a lot of the toilet here in Singapore, the common toilet is inside the toilet. It's inside the kitchen. You see, my friend again. So this is what it looks like. We do indoor drying here. Actually, in Singapore, you can of course dry out. This is where the bamboo pole but I don't like it. I don't like it. You know why, guys? Because even though we are responsible, we really wring the clothes. It's not, you know, you need to wring the clothes. You have to take out all first the water and then put it. Some people, they don't. That's why the people upstairs, their clothes, oh my gosh, all the dirt, all the water will drip on your clothes. And then, of course, if the upstairs neighbors are not responsible, then your clothes will not dry that, you know, that easily, you see. Anyway, so okay, I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, this is what the toilet looks like at the common area. So we just hand wash it. So it's just the same. Of course, this is what it looks like. Okay, yes, so I've shown you the quick tour of my 4-room flat. So that's how it looks like, an HDB looks like here in Singapore. And if you're asking me, what does a condominium looks like? Actually, it's the same because we're all in high-rise building, but it's better in a way that they have security guards there, they have swimming pool, they have a gym, they have facilities. For HDB, we don't. Just to let you know, HDB stands for Housing Development Board. I believe it's the name of the government agency here in Singapore, and this is the lowest, this is the low-cost housing for here in Singapore. So at least you can see, not that bad, right? So it's really good living. And what the only thing that I find it kind of hard, especially if you're first time living in Singapore, is like the drying of clothes, especially guys if you are a lot of people inside that flat, because like what I said, it's indoor drying. Our washing machines here, it's automatic, right? Can wash and can rinse and then can wring. But after you take out your clothes, they are still damp. It's not that wet, but it's damp. You still need to dry it out. Of course, I came from the Philippines and we have a garden and we always dry outside. If I put it in the morning, in the afternoon, it's already dry, it's already crispy, it's already sanitized by the sunlight. But here in Singapore, if you wash it like in the morning, it will still take more, probably the next day only to dry, especially if the position of your HDB doesn't have enough air coming through. If you just noticed a while ago, our kitchen area and then the what do you call this, the washing area for the clothes, in front of it there's a nearby HDB, so it's blocking the air. So yeah, very seldom we got, you know, air or wind coming through, but a good thing in a bit, because for cooking, because you can see we have a stove there, right? It will not blow the, what they call this, it will not blow the burner. But anyways, all the soap here in Singapore, the liquid soap for clothes or the powdered soap, it's all for indoor drying. Your clothes will never smell. That's why the only thing also that you need to be particular with if somebody is cooking, especially my nanny. If you saw that video, right, she is going to cook fried fish. So if you cook fried fish, it will just be stuck. That's why she doesn't have clothes hanging around there, because that smell will be stuck on your clothes. And oh my gosh, we already experienced that, and I don't like that smell, and it just sticks in it, and then you're going to hang it with your other clothes, everything will smell. That's why if you wanted to cook like those fried fish like that, zero, should not have any clothes on the outside. So yes, so if you're asking me about the rental, I'm not so sure right now the going rate, because this house we already bought it a couple of years ago, because me and my husband are PR, permanent resident, and we are allowed to buy an HDB. And we bought this like more than 5 years ago. We put our own 20% there, and the 80% I can loan it to the bank. So you see, at least me and my husband's CPF, the Central Provident Fund, we put it's already automatically deducted. Then they will deduct it monthly to our fund. So I do believe The going rate right now, I think for a 4-room flat like this, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 3,000 Singapore dollars, more or less. So you can just compute that if you are just renting only a room. Of course, you can also share it with another person, right? That's why it really all depends. In here in Singapore, and just like in other countries, more expensive houses are the ones who are very accessible in location-wise. For example, if it's only walking distance to an MRT or to a bus stop, and it has a lot of landmarks and places, like it's near a clinic, a grocery or supermarket, and the transportation. That's why this will take effect on how much is it. But I know this one is the going rate is about more or less 3,000. I'm not so sure, but you can just Google it. Probably I'll recommend you some sites on what are the things that, you know, on rent right now, because of course I don't know what is the going rent right now, but a lot of my friends, they told me that the price of the HDB is almost the price of the condominium. That's why I have a lot of friends are renting right now in condominium. But I noticed those condominiums are very, very far, like from Pasir Ris area, but their workplace in Raffles Place. So they said the compensation is that their place is very nice, got swimming pool and got facilities, even though they travel so far. Because if Raffles Place to Pasir Ris area and then you walk to your condo, I think more or less 45 minutes to 1 hour is the travel time. Because I stay near the city area. I think because I work at Raffles Place area, then I think a few MRT stops away, it's my place already. I like our place so much, that's why we bought it when we already afford it. And then what else to note? Okay, then for the rental part, oh my gosh, you really need to check it out. Who are the people inside? Because normally for rental, some people, the owner, you are together with the owner. So for example, 3-bedroom, right? The owner normally is in the master's bedroom. Then he or she will rent out the 2 other common room, like that. Then if you're asking me as well, how if the portioning for the rental is like that, how about the PUB? PUB stands for Public Utility Bills. That's why everybody will ask, oh, is the rental includes PUB? PUB means, yeah, like what I say, public utility bills. Our public utility bills here includes water already and electricity, and the rubbish, for the service of the rubbish from the government. Some houses, the gas stove, for the gas, it's already included, but some you need to really buy the gas. But ours is already included. So electricity, water, the refuse, the rubbish, and the gas. So if you ask me, guys, if you notice, it's a 3-bedroom, right? Everything got aircon, and just to let you know, in my living room I even got an aircon so that we can have Netflix movie like that, if we want to have a movie night like that. So I have a four aircon here, and then when we sleep at night, of course all three aircons are turned on. And would you believe, guys, our utility bills is only 200 Singapore dollars. So I think in pesos, I think it's more than 7,000 pesos. That is very, very cheap. Because my mom, with that amount of money, she only got, I think, 1 aircon, 1 or 2 aircon. And it's not even it's the, what do you call this? The noisy aircon. This one is, you know, here in Singapore, it's all, what do you call this? I forgot the term of that aircon, but I'm going to link it down below. The utilities here is very, very cheap, really. And yeah, it's really, really nice. I like it. And what else? So for the rental, I already covered the house, right? And then your PUB. And then if you are renting as well, you need to ask, is internet included? Of course, everybody needs internet, right? Because some, they don't include. So normally, we use a StarHub, and it's a family, and we have it in our internet, in our TV, and in the house. Internet as well here is very, very affordable. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I only monthly is about 65 Singapore dollars. That is already our internet that has, I think, I'm not so sure, I think 10 GP 10 MB, 10 GP, and then our fiber optic TV, because all the cable TV channels is fiber optic TV, and that one is even a smart TV, so we can watch YouTube there and Netflix. So yes, if you are newbie here in Singapore, that's the things that you need to ask: the rental, the PUB, and the internet. But I noticed a lot of landlords, they already included this. Like for example, one common room is 500 Singapore dollars all inclusive. So that one, for me, it's a great deal, especially if it's a good location. You can easily go to your workplace or MRT and LRT and buses. Then the next question is, I'm pretty sure you don't want to eat everyday outside food, right? You have to ask if you can cook. Yes, guys, if you stay in a typical HDB, and especially a typical Singaporean owned house, nobody likes you to cook. That's why their kitchen is squeaky clean. If you notice some of those what do you call this, listings, the rental listings, it says they're light cooking. And you know what, their light cooking is really light, because the last time I just cooked fried egg, and I was then the landlord told me like, oh sorry, you cannot cook fried egg. I'm like thinking, huh, but it's light cooking. Then she said, oh no, light cooking means you can only cook noodles. You know, those cup noodles or those instant noodles that you put hot water and the seasoning. I'm like, wow, that's so instant. I cannot live on noodles only. That it has a lot of salts and a lot of preservatives, okay? So I'm almost done with my fried egg. Then she said, okay, never mind, it's okay, just don't do it again, she told me. Then I said, but why the other roommate is cooking? Because at that time, we were staying, I think, somewhere in Sengkang area, or even the farthest Sengkang area, that purple MRT line. It's a family. It's a father and wife and a kid on a common room, and then there was this I think Middle Eastern guy at the master's bedroom, and then me and my boyfriend, now husband, on the common room. So I noticed why the other, you know, the other tenant, this guy was, you know, cooking. Then the owner said, oh no, because he paid for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you should pay for it. So I'm like thinking, wow, the landlord that I had is very calculative. But anyways, it is what it is. It's their house, right? So you need to be particular on that, especially if you really like, you know, cooking. Because I'm pretty sure, guys, right, even though you are busy working, right, especially if you got a 5-day work week or 6-day work week, on your day off, do you still want to buy outside food? I don't think so, right? I'm pretty sure you want to cook as well. So that one, you need to be particular on that. So okay, so let's summarize what you need to ask, okay? Especially for HDBs, houses here in Singapore, especially if you are a newbie. So you ask, how much is the rental? Okay, what is included? Normally, it's included the PUB and the internet, and then about the cooking, right? And then normally, guys, for example, for a 4-room flat, of course, here in Singapore, they have a law that probably, I think, 8 or 10 people only can live in a 4-room flat. So that one is already a lot, right? We are only 6 people here, 3 adults and 3 kids. And of course, almost every day, I think every 2 or 3 days, we need to wash clothes. Why? Because as you can see, right, the drying area beside my kitchen is not that big. You cannot dry a lot of clothes, and yeah, you're going to have a mountain full loads of clothes, and can just realize if you wanted to wash your bed sheets, your queen size, your king size bed sheets, oh my gosh, it will eat up a lot of space. Normally, we put it in 2 dining chairs, and then we stretch it out at nighttime so that the next morning, normally it's already dry. So you have to check like who are the people inside. And of course, for me, normally I'm a Filipino, but I'm not discriminating anybody. It's really, for me, it's better if I stay with my own co-Filipino. That's why, so that I will not have a hard time, for example, talking to them or what. And sometimes We are sensitive in other smells because other people have very spicy smells and what, and I have a spicy taste bud. So for example, me, if I smell curry or what, or very spicy things, I get allergies on it. So it's just so hard to stay with a person, you know, that you don't have the same thing, because you're going to have a hard time. Of course, I'm like thinking, my home is already an abode. I want to relax, right? You already had a hard days work here in Singapore, so your home will be your haven. That's why it's best if you are, you know, good with your housemates and like that. And what else to know? And of course, especially if you're sharing with another person, normally it's two single beds, right? And then you share the cabinet. Of course, some of the nightmares that I heard, like, you know, another housemate will just, you know, something like pickpocket or what. So yeah, you just need to be careful. If you can afford, it's really best to stay at your own, you know, if you really can afford, you stay at your own common room. If not, it's really best to share it with somebody that you know. Then if you're asking me, how about the other locos? Well, I don't know what are the prices of the other locos, like for example hostels or what. You can just Google it. Everything here is online. Here in Singapore, everything is online, from job searching, from rental, and whatsoever, right? And then, yeah, I think that's about it. If I forgot to cover anything, just let me know and put any questions at the comments below, and I will help you out to answer that. And I think I've already almost experienced everything, because I'm already here about 15 years in Singapore. Of course, we started as well on renting out a room, and then eventually we become the main tenant. Main tenant means I'm the one who signs for the contracts, and then my friends will sign with me. So I will be, all of us will be responsible. Then I rent out the 2 other bedrooms, so all of us. And then eventually, when we afford it, we transferred here to our own house. Because if you are on a rental flat, especially if you have a family already, it's just so hard, because the people here, the owners here, are very meticulous. You cannot, you know, put pictures, you cannot hang on the wall and what. And normally, guys, whatever, if the landlord gave you that place, for example a room or a flat, and then if you want to not to renew, you have to give it back in that same manner. So this is how it goes here in Singapore. Some landlords are very particular, especially, for example, you're going to think like, oh, it's the usual wear and tear, right? Like for example, the white walls becomes off-white. Wow, some landlords are very particular. They will ask you to really paint for that. My friend has a hard time with that. And by the way, I forgot to tell you about the payment mode. Okay, the payment mode here is normally is, for example, 1 year. It's 1 month advance, 1 month deposit. So it's like upfront 2 months, but 2 months to pay. Even though you are just 3 months or 6 months here, they call it transient, right? Then for longer stays, if you wanted to be there like 1 or 2 years, or you really have a contract, I think I still do believe so. It's 1 month advance and 1 month deposit. And then the deposit, this is your security deposit. Of course, the security is for the landlord, so that, for example, you lost a key, you break the cabinet, they will deduct that there. So you're already happily transferred in your place, right? But for example, you got transferred to a different office, and that one is becoming, you know, burden for you, so you transfer to another place. Just to let you know, guys, you can only get back that security deposit after you give back the keys to your landlord. Okay, the correct way here in Singapore is that, for example, you need to give your landlord 1 month notice. It's just like resigning in your job. For example, May, you wanted to leave already, then you have to tell your landlord and give them 1 month notice, so that The concept of that, so that that landlord will have time as well to find somebody, okay? Then after your 1 month notice, you still need to pay for that rent, because a lot of people are asking me, Ate, can you offset my security deposit on that? No. Actually, if I know that person, normally if it's my friend, yes, but I'm telling you guys, generally in Singapore, no. So if you are renting with your 1 month notice until May, you still need to pay that until May, okay? The only time the landlord will give you back the security deposit, that 1 month security deposit, is that when you give back the key, then she give to you the money. It should be, you know, what do you call it in Tagalog? It's kaliwaan, so that, you know, everything is all right. Because really, because me, I already experienced to be a tenant and a landlord and a homeowner. Some tenants are really not that good. When they leave the place, they spoil your cabinet or whatsoever. And yeah, it's just the way it is. But I'm telling you guys, this is generally in the whole Singapore, okay? Not only me. Then what else? I think that's about it. Like what I said, if you have any questions about living life here in Singapore, specifically in HDB, and just to let you know guys, I've stayed also in a condominium for 4 or 5 years. So you just leave a comment down below, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm so happy to hear all your suggestions, and it can be like in my next video, okay? Then, if you like this kind of videos, just like and subscribe, and click the notification bell beside the subscribe button so you'll be notified whenever I upload new stuff on your gadget. And I see you next time on my next video. Bye-bye!